So I'm sure we've all heard lots about palm oil, especially with Iceland's recent ran-tang advert and the news that they're going to boycott selling the oil in their stores. But what exactly is palm oil, and should we be boycotting it? Palm oil comes from the African oil palm, which, as the name suggests, is native to West and Southwest Africa. In the 19th and 20th century though, it was introduced to Malaysia and Indonesia, who now export around 85% of all palm oil used. Unfortunately, this is very bad news for all the animals in the area, such as orangutans like ran-tang, but also for elephants, tigers, bears and many other creatures as well. Now that's because to create these palm oil plantations, areas of forests are cleared away and burned, often illegally. According to the WWF, an area around 300 football fields in size is cleared for palm oil plantations every single hour, which is a pretty shocking number. This means that there's less habitat for these creatures to roam, and as a result there'll be less biodiversity in the area. Already we know that orangutans have lost around 90% of their habitat in just 20 years. And if things continue, we could lose orangutans completely in the wild in just 5 to 10 years. So it sounds pretty dire, so surely we should be boycotting the oil, right? Not necessarily. Palm oil is actually a very efficient crop. If you were to switch to other crops such as soybean, rapeseed or coconut oil, the problem would just be moved to elsewhere in the world where these crops are grown, and on a much larger scale, as some of these crops can need around 9 times the land to produce the same quantities of oil. So if the alternatives won't work, what could we do instead? The answer to this would be to go sustainable, but again, this isn't quite as easy as it might seem. In 2003, the Roundtable for Sustainable Palm Oil was set up to help companies and producers manage their production of palm oil with strict guidelines. Recently they came under fire though for not doing enough to make sure that their palm oil is truly sustainable. So there's a long way to go before they can properly enforce their suggestions to be effective. But at least it's a step in the right direction. But you can push this further by signing petitions or only buying products with sustainable palm oil on the packaging or one of these logos. If we show the big companies that it really is important, then they will have to listen to us. But there's already many scientists and researchers that are trying to find alternative solutions as well. At the University of Bath, there are researchers looking into how to chemically produce an oily yeast that has the same properties as palm oil. In the United Arab Emirates, they've found an algae that can produce a similar oil, and there are companies like Ecova who are trying to find substitutes for their detergents and washing up liquids. They're all still a very long way off, but hopefully in the future we will have a better solution to our palm oil problems that doesn't require us to destroy the habitat of some amazing creatures. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do like, subscribe, you know, all that jazz. If you've got any ideas for future videos, please pop it down in the comment section below. And what do you think about palm oil? What do you think is the solution? Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.